Hi, welcome to Glow's Kinder Kitchen, and I'm Glow. Well, today we're going to be making an Italian pasta salad, and there's many ways to do it, but this actually is one of our favorite ways, and I just thought I'd show you today how I do mine and how simple it is. So what I have done is I've gone ahead before we got started and I prepped most of my stuff, and I have a pot of water over here boiling. And I'm going to add some of this tri-color Rotinni to it. And it's just going to be for the two of us, so I'm going to only use about half of this box. That's about half. So this is a 12-ounce box, so I'm probably cooking about 6 ounces.
Very colorful, musical.
Yeah, it makes it really pretty. And I'm just going to stir this up, and I'm going to add some salt to it. So if you don't add salt to your water as your pasta is cooking, your pasta won't have much flavor to it. So we're going to go ahead and bring this up to a boil again. And it's normal when you first put pasta into your boiling water, the temperature is reduced pretty quickly. But as you can tell, the water is already starting to boil. And here's the trick. When you are boiling pasta or let's say potatoes or something, if you put a wooden spoon over your pot like that, it will not overboil. So we're going to go ahead and let this boil. I'm going to reduce my heat to like medium high because it'll still continue to boil. And over here, what I have done so far, and like I said, this is the way I usually do my Italian pasta salad, but a lot of it also depends on what I have on hand. So I went ahead and I diced up just a little bit of the green pepper, probably half a cup, and I also did pepperoni in quarters. I did 3 Portobello mushrooms. That's what I had on hand. I have the cherry tomatoes. I have black olives. I have cucumbers, celery, and then I also grated some Parmesan cheese. And I prefer to grate my own cheese. It makes a big difference in the flavor. So I have found that I prefer to use a red onion. It adds a lot of color. Although we do have a lot of color going on here, I think it just really, livens up your pasta dish. So I thought I'd show you how I peel it. I had already started, but what I do is I cut off the top, and then I peel off the outer part. This is tough, and you don't want to use that in your pasta salad, or you really don't want to eat that because it's just tough. You could save this and use this to make your stocks for your soups and stuff, but today I'm not going to. I have quite a bit in my freezer already. So I'm just going to put that in here. This will be good though for our little critters outside. So what I do is I'm just going to cut down through here. I usually cut it directly in half. This side is a little bit bigger today. I'm not going to need as much, that much, so I'm going to use a smaller portion here. So what I do first is I will do a cut this way. And I'm right-handed, so it's just, so sorry about you not being able to see this real good. But I'll just show you what I did. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along this way. And you just want to cut just as much as you think you're going to need. And what I want is about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. We like a lot of onion. If you don't like onion, by all means don't put it in your pasta salad. Just remember, it's your kitchen and you do it the way you want. Because there's a lot of things certain people don't like. Some people don't like mushrooms, some people don't like peppers, some people don't like garlic, tomatoes. It's what makes the world go round. So I'm going to go ahead and start dicing this up. You want it kind of small. That looks like it's about enough. What do you think, Richard?
Looks good, Miss Chloe.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this over to the side. And then I'm going to show you what I also use for my dressing. I sometimes make my own salad dressing for this salad, but today we just want to keep it simple. So I always keep this on hand. It's by Olive Garden, and it's their Italian dressing. And it goes very well with this pasta dish. So I wanted to show you that I'm using today. And our pasta has about 4 to 5 more minutes to go. So I'm going to go ahead and let this continue to boil, and I'll be back with you just as soon as it's ready. Hi, well, welcome back. Our pasta's done, and I did sample it to make sure. Let me just bring this over so you guys can see. And what you want to tell if it's done or not is to cool off a piece and try it. If it's, they call it al dente. You're able to bite into it. It's not a crunch, that it's kind of firm, not super firm, but you do not want it mushy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this over to my colander here in my sink, and I'm going to drain it, and I'm going to run some cool water over it just to cool it down, and then I'll be right back with you. Well, welcome back. Our pasta is all cooled off, and I put it in this colander what I did is I ran cool water over it, let it drain, and then I use a plate to put my colander on so the excess water doesn't get on my counter. I'm all about trying to prevent a mess. So I wanted to also show you guys how I store my leftover onion. I use just a container like this from the deli, and I put that one in there, the larger half, and then I'm just going to set this in. This really works well to keep any of your produce in, to keep it nice and fresh for a while and doesn't get a smell going in your refrigerator. So anyway, back to our salad. I want to also share with you this bowl. This is cherry wood, and a friend of ours, he does these beautiful bowls. And the name of his business is called Endless Circle Studios. And look at that cool circle he does on his work.
That's how he signs them.
Yep. And I'll tell you, they're beautiful. I have a couple of them already. I've given them away as gifts. And this is cherry wood. I have another one that's out of golden flamboyant that is gorgeous as well. So I just thought I'd mention that in case you're wondering about this bowl. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on putting this together. And like I said, it's just the two of us, so this is a small salad, but you could certainly cook that whole box of pasta or 2 boxes. This is a salad that people will ask you for the recipe, I promise. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the green pepper in. Let's do the mushrooms. Black olives. Put some cucumber in. And see how easy this goes together when you do everything up ahead of time.
It sure does, Miss Chloe.
And I just did 1 rib of celery. And see how small I dice all this stuff up so it's easy to eat.
Very easy to eat.
Let's go ahead and put the onion in. And you can put as much or as little as you would like of any of this stuff, or add some other things to it. Some of those pickled peppers go really well in this as well. And we'll put some of this pepperoni on. And I'm going to leave some of it out just to kind of add color on the top. And I'm going to put just a little bit of this cheese in right now. We're going to use the rest for a garnish as well.
And what kind of cheese is that, Miss Chloe?
Oh, thank you. Parmesan.
That's what I thought.
And like I said before, I always grate my own cheese. I never buy the pre-grated cheese at all.
Pre-packaged, no.
No. So then what you do is you take your dressing, and like I said, you can make your own. Making dressings is very easy, but this is delicious.
It is.
And we're not going to put a lot on to start with, probably 2 to 3 tablespoons max. And then I'm going to stir it up and we'll see where we're at.
It already looks very colorful.
Oh yeah. And we're going to serve this tonight with some fruit and also some Italian bread. See how pretty that is?
So pretty.
We'll have enough left too for tomorrow, and this keeps very well in your refrigerator for a few days. So it makes a nice lunch. If you work, you can take it to lunch, or even at home, have it for lunch. It's just one of those refreshing salads. I think we need just a little bit more dressing, and I'm going to shake it up. I'm one of those that likes to make sure things are mixed up good. Oh yeah. So I'm going to just taste this and see where we're at with the dressing and everything. I want to get some of the pasta, and got a mushroom, some pasta. Well, keeps falling off. Okay.
Stab it, Miss Chloe.
Mmm.
Is it a winner?
Mmm.
It's a winner.
It is a winner. Don't make this often enough, you guys. This is so good. It's an excellent thing to take, like, to a picnic or something, or if you're having a party. But I'm going to go ahead and garnish this up, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like at the very end. And I'll be back in just a moment. Hi, well, here is our Italian pasta salad, and I'm going to tell you, I can't wait to have this for dinner tonight, along with our fruit and our Italian bread. I can't encourage you enough to make this. I think you all will really like it. And just remember, put in what you and your family likes. And I think you will really enjoy this.
Looks good, Miss Chloe.
Thank you.
Get a close up there. Excellent.
And it smells so good too. Wish you were here for dinner. Bye.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.